Just getting the season kicked off was a positive night. I just thought our team played really, really steady. Casey Mize gets us started off right. And, you know, I thought he was almost pedestrian for him the first 3 innings, and then I thought the last 3 innings, I started seeing him really click into something. Our defense was tremendous. Josh Anthony, again, picked up where he left off. He had a dive play towards second base on a force play, I believe, and then a ball to his backhand that was redirected and gloved it and threw him out at first base. He played great. Luke Jarvis, I just thought the biggest at bat of the ball game was when we're up 3-0 and we're just moving the game right along and playing steady. But he had swung and missed. It got him to 2 strikes, and just what I thought was a very veteran senior at bat to just backspin the ball back up the middle and make it 4th, 5th runs to get us out to 5-0. He was really steady. Got a little bit from the middle of our lineup, but the bottom of the lineup really, I think Will Holland had a couple of hits. Brett Wright, I gave him a game ball, but I wanted to make sure that I put a punctuation on it that it's for your defense. But him hitting a home run was huge. But I thought Luke's at-bat was really good. I thought our guys played steady. I think 12 strikeouts and 1 walk. I think one area of improvement for us is I thought we gave them, double digits in the category of just easy outs. I thought we had 9 strikeouts, and I know there was a number of routine fly balls that we hit in the ball game that I thought allowed them to get their 24 outs, I guess, a little bit easier. I think Calvin Coker, I don't know if I've seen him throw 2 better innings. That almost looked mid-season form for him. And was electric, could have easily finished the ball game, but I feel like with the very reduced pitch count that he threw tonight, 22 pitches, could even come back Sunday and help us. But I was pretty convicted and intent in getting Cody Greenhill on the mound for his first outing to start his Auburn career. And he misfired a little bit, but did enough there to preserve the shutout, I guess. And my tip of the hat tonight would go to Stephen Farkas, the starting pitcher for Longwood. I think he's going to have if he keeps pitching that way every week, I think he'll have success. It was 87, 89 mile-per-hour fastball. We ran an all right-handed lineup on him. We did not like a couple of pitches he made, especially when he was up in the count, 1-2, 2-2. He really threw some good fastballs into our hitters. Got a curveball over for a couple of strikeouts, and then introduced a changeup the second time through the lineup. So we got him pitch count, and I think he was north of 90, and Casey was at 75. That they got about the same portion of the ball game. But I tip my hat to him. I think he had a hand in us not creating more offense, especially from the scoreboard.
Rich, with Cody, was it a relief somewhat to be able to put him in there when it wasn't game time, so to speak, when you had the game well in hand for him to get his feet wet every ninth inning?
Yeah, and we had done it for the inning because Calvin was throwing so good. I'm like, he can breeze through this, but I think it's good for a freshman, a first-year player to get out there and just get on that stage, get in there, and something different about the ninth. Even if it's been quiet and you're just going through the motions for 2 or 3 innings or something about that ninth inning when you start thinking about getting those last 3 outs of the ball game. So I'm glad we did it. His last outing that he threw for us, either Sunday or Tuesday, can't remember, was a little bit of misfiring, a little bit of pulling pitches and elevated, which he did tonight. But I thought that was huge to get him out there and get him in a ball game.
But Calvin's been good for you. It's dating back to last year, but had a really good fall in preseason, and then comes out and is as good as he's maybe ever looked tonight. I mean, is that the guy that you've been waiting to see and wanting to see in a game type situation?
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. I just thought he looked like, just remembering back, these guys, you kind of get with them and you're with them every day, and then you see them. He was at a pretty good place at the end of last year. I remember SEC tournament when we played at 1 o'clock in the morning, and him just rolling for a few innings against Florida, and then remember him bouncing back the very last day of our season and giving us 5 or so innings and kind of just trying to keep it at bay at Florida State. So I loved how he ended the season. He didn't start the season in the kind of rhythm. This time last year when he got in a game, I'm sure the first weekend, he's probably cautious, not sure, first time. And just to see how he was for opening day, how ready he was exciting. For us to be the best version of ourselves and be the best team we can be, we needed Calvin Coker and Andrew Mitchell, 2 seniors, to take that next step. And, you know, I think they batted 5 left-handers, and they also, when Calvin got in the game, added another one from a pinch hit standpoint, and I thought they took bad swings off of him as well. So I loved what I thought. I thought as far as just technical, only 2 innings, I thought he pretty much threw strike 1, had a second pitch, a slider. He either threw it for a strike when he needed to or got it to the floor to get somebody to swing over. About as good as I've ever seen him look, and he just looked like a guy that's been in the program for a year.
But to play that, to not make errors, to do those things you were talking about, to play a pretty much of a clean game in the first game, how gratifying was that to see?
Yep, that sound that wins you a lot of ball games.
Right.
You know, you can have big talent and you can do a lot of things, but to play sound, we've been working really hard. Guy that's going to visit with you next, Brett Wright, I've been probably on him and pushing him and driving him probably as much or more than any player on our team, and to kind of see that game step up, that's exciting to see, because I've been, you know, making statements where I'm excited about the unknown, but you don't know what's coming. And I thought all the guys played up and played pretty well. I thought everybody just kept a good routine, and we just handled the baseball for the most part all night long.
How good was it to see Luke just seamlessly step into that leadoff role after having replaced Jonah from last year?
Yeah. I think Luke had a little better night of it than Jay, but those 2 guys belong in the top of our lineup. But it's all going to be built around their ability to extend at bats, keep putting pitches to get to the middle of our lineup, to try to find a way on base. But it's all built around the 2-strike approach, and that's why I just celebrate that when we got that 4th and 5th run, because he had just run out of bat and come off the ball, and to set right back in there, and that guy knew exactly what he wanted to do with 2 strikes away, and Luke was right on time for it. So those 2 guys just got to keep battling. Again, a year of all these at-bats and going through that SEC play and getting in a regional and seeing all these good arms. I just want them to keep working every day to their benefit, because we want them to stay and help us in the top of that lineup, because they're seniors.
You've got new pieces, Butch up the middle. He throws out a runner at second. It might be a routine play, but that's just throws out a runner at home. Are those things that you get excited about, especially early on in the season, where you know those things are happening and kind of clicking?
You know, it's just like watching the squad games. Are we in the right places? When a ball goes and there's a double in the gap, and we're in a double cut, or we get to the right spots. We spend so much time on that. And then, you know, I just didn't know if it got down and gets close like it may the next 2 days. You never know how your team's going to play when it gets down to these little bitty things. But, you know, it's one thing just to get at bats and get pitchers' innings. It's another thing when you start creating gamesmanship like you do. And, you know, you don't play exhibition schedule. You play game 1. So to see us moving and communicating and getting to the right spots, that makes me feel like our coaches did a good job in preparing this group for today. And it's a quick turnaround. You go from a 5 o'clock game to 1 o'clock. That'll be different for them. So we'll see how sincere and interested our team is to continue to grow. If we'll go hydrate, get into bed, all the things I just begged them to do. If they want to be good, they have to come back out and try to, you know, play the game the same way and respect the game every day. So I'm ecstatic with the steadiness of today. I still thought we could have done more, and especially offensively, I guess. But at the same time, I just love the steadiness and being in the right spots, and saw some maturity there. But now as a coach, you move to, can we do it again? Can we do it tomorrow? And, you know, looks like we'll get some other guys an opportunity to play tomorrow. Committed to that. I thought Jeremy did a great job. I thought Bowen come in after Connor's 3rd at bat just like we'd wanted to, and then a ball finds. Then the game just finds you, and he almost I think got a glove on it in left field, but wound up catching a fly ball the next inning. So all in all, got guys in the game we wanted to, and a good start.
Excellent.
Yep. Thank y'all.